brought something that I'm not sure if Team Secret are prepared to actually fight for or fight against. Blade very quick to actually spot the rest of Paper Rex hovering towards B site. There's going to be use of Cascade as it covers a lot of corners here. But this isn't the patch that has the 2 Cascades yet. We are playing somewhere a little bit more previous to that, so we are only going to see this one. High Tide has been used. Very quick to clear a couple of corners here. Vash does get spotted, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky. Vash might not know about this, but the setup, both Jing and Forsaken very far back as Snowman is already exposed. Team Secret going to be playing on the retake, and they are taking the back at the positioning, at the aggressive forward positioning of Paper Rex. There's 4 people here right now playing on Snowman.
Well, this is insane stuff from the side of Paper Rex as we are finding them. Yeah, I think that, okay, yeah, I'm back. Forgive me about that. We have got Team Secret holding on their ground, but they have not expected 3 players to be here. Vash will find one. Paper Rex go for another, but Vash finding 3 in a row, and he's gonna look for the...
Oh! That's what we call Vash of Thunder! Gets the stab as he previously, before that, gets a couple of shutdowns with the classic. The idea from Paper Rex, honestly, it looked kind of grim for Team Secret there because you might not know how many players from PRX were just positioned.
Wow.
But Vash, a master of the stabby stabs. Yeah.
All right.
Stab.
The stab. All right.
Yeah, we'll take it as it is. Anyways.
You just sounded like the Blastix knife was being used.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's my nerd voice.
I'm gonna let that slide because you have a good knowledge of the game.
Whoa, of course I do.
Yeah, I meant it.
Yeah. It sounded a little bit sarcastic.
Except for the sound is nice. Okay,
oh, yeah.
Let's move in further to this round as we've got Paper Rex fighting towards A. Borkham is ready for the duels at the moment towards the open-ended side of the left side of 410. Devi will trade back. The Cascade helps them get a little bit closer.
All right. It's okay because now it seems like there's no excuse for Team Secret to be just pushed back by PRX here. Forsaken spotted by the recon door. Can't really plan as he got himself pushed away. Devi getting closer, but the trade's looking much better here for Paper X. Still in the end, Team Secret will prevail. It looked a little bit scary, but still somehow will be able to convert. So not too bad, but as you can see, that initial bout with Dubstep missing the shots was very crucial as that allowed Paper X to get in so close. Look at that, the Cascade just used to basically clean up the dirt. Just using it to just
push it away.
Yeah, power wash things.
Oh my god, you really made Harbor into a washing machine.
He has water.
Standing ahead.
Yeah. You know, if you want to play Power Wash Simulator on Valorant, this is the perfect agent to do so.
Of course. You want to play Power Wash Simulator on Valorant. That's what we do. Well, we've got Water and Ice together right now as the side of Secret. Okay, they're giving finding to make that a third dubstep. Well, he's got tunes to sing for, and there is trades coming back in the form of Forsaken Sheriff. Envy, though, will give back a little bit more. And okay, this has been a complete round of Sheriffs, and Team Secret to win the most of them.
Yeah, that's a huge step for Dubstep as, again, that just gets him closer and closer to the Tour de Force. You tend to forget that Dubstep was a highlight reel just a couple of months ago. And now that he's been put on the chamber, it doesn't show as often, but again, you do get these treats every now and then. And Team Secret looking much more convincing on this second game, especially now that they've broken at least the buys of Paper Rex. That being said, though, Paper Rex back up to it once more. This is going to be the true bonus for Team Secret here, as they haven't really pushed too much of the buys. Actually, they take it back. Envy, though, gets boosted up, gets the push onto Bell, and does get the trade. It's going to be the 1-for-1. Jing and Jeremy down, but Devi getting that corner here as the rest of PRX opens up onto B, makes it very difficult for Team Secret to read the situation.
Envy getting really close towards A main here. He might find a kill onto Devi. He does peek him. Flash coming out perfectly done, but Devi is ready and teleports right behind his teammate as Forsaken is making movements towards B. JC Vash has actually cleared out a lot of A over here. He's making sure that nobody's lurking around, maybe hoping that they can find another free kill. But Mindfreak has gotten the B side for himself and his team. Benkai sitting like a little sneaky little bugger and hoping. Oh, I think he heard him. Did he?
Oh, the reload.
Now
Yeah.
now he heard him.
Now he knows.
Right here.
He's still playing very, very sneakily here. I think he's waiting for the rest of his team. Might not need it though. Took him a while, and it's gonna be actually Mindfreak to get the pick. Everybody was just like, "Why can't you hit the shot?" Benkai, you can see it on their faces, but at least they knew exactly where he was. The push out from Envy here was brilliant, but somehow they lost a round in the end from just, again, Devi performing. I think this is one of the best tournaments we've seen Devi just be on, right? Because, again, he's been consistent, but he hasn't been the impact fragger for Paper Rex, but he is standing toe-to-toe with his other teammates such as Jing and Forsaken.
Absolutely, and he is going to be looking to solidify a little bit more advantage. Oh, Jing gets a tag onto him and gets away thanks to his utility. Dubstep, though, will not have Forsaken live any longer. That KO has kind of restricted his fragging potential in terms of aggression, right? And he's not started off on the best foot. And Team Secret, with that Viper Spit, are absolutely gonna stop any sort of movement onto A by side of Paper Rex and instantly discouraged and move towards B.
Envy now has the null command too, so if they do decide to corral all the way through B, they will be having this really good ultimate to kind of face themselves against this opponent. Dubstep playing on top of Boiler just to check anybody pushing through mid, as well as underneath on Tube here. And Paper Rex just, again, clearing up the angles with the drone from Benkai. Also, Mindfreak now has his Reckoning, and this is where at least, even though it's a 4 versus 5, they have good utility to start pushing in onto the site.
Well, here we go. It is the High Titan coming through and the Reckoning as well.
30 seconds
It is pushing
left.
the players back from the side of Team Secret as Jing finds one towards middle, and Jeremy's worried. Does he know that he's gone in towards two? Is the question. Probably does, and he will get that kill. Yes, he will. Jeremy finds it. Now they're not going to be worried about mid anymore. 4 versus 3. Devi needs to step up again. Benkai needs to step up again. The 2-star fraggers are gone, and Devi gets one. Envy is right back onto Benkai. The wall comes in. That's a great wall, but will it give him space? Yes, it will. Envy finds both the kills that he was required to, and there's no way Mindfreak is going to go in for this. Does he? A drink? No, he cannot. He cannot. That wall is so good, instead of lying it down, you know, in the other direction, gives him so much room to work with. Innovative, I like that.
Did you see Jeremy just literally look away from, he just turned around. I think we'll probably see it here on the replay, but you're right. It's, the wall of Sage has 4 segments, so if you actually, put it in front of an opponent, so that's, what, 1,000 HP per segment? You're gonna have to break so many of that to just go through it.
Of pushing them back.
Yeah.
And if that happens, this half is going to go instantly to see for a minimum of 8 and 4.
Yeah, as a viewer, you can't really blame. You gotta say, oh no, you know, Paper Rex are using the harbor, but in any case, they are using this with a set strategy in mind. So you know that they practice it, you know that they put the time in scrims to see how effective it is, and they've deemed it effective enough to use it in a tournament, right? So that being said, there's going to be the setup, the cove for a safe plant. This is probably the reason why we're not seeing the Sage actually, but you know, it doesn't matter. Envy is just always there for the contact. He denies one first. That's Cove is not going to be for long, and Envy, he already knows where Forsaken is. The timing and the deny on the plant just, and exactly that, no one to cover him. The Cloudburst as Jing tries to get closer and closer to his brethren, not going to happen. War combines too. It's Mindfreak to remain in a 1 versus 5. And there's no chance in heck that he's going to be able to survive that. And again, you hear the celebratory shouts of Team Secret as they get a very convincing round.
5 and 1. This is turning out to be a nightmare of a map for the side of Paper Rex. We might as well be going towards Ascent if things continue this way.
Oh yeah.
Forsaken went for the plant, but nobody's covering up the closer angle for him, and that's instantly the plant denied. Wall coming up, and PaperX losing. They still have a buy though. It's Scrappy on 3 players, half armors across 3 of them, a Bulldog onto Benkai as well. But I still think that PaperX need to maybe switch up their pace.
I think it's also the thing that, oh, he's used the code for the harbor. That's a free plant already because he's being, saved by the shield of that smoke. But the thing is, it doesn't block an opponent from pushing in compared to the wall. So there is always that threat that if Forsaken or somebody from PaperX is planning inside that and doesn't have a buddy system to help them out, the deny on the plant is very much accessible for Team Secret here. Now, PaperX are switching things up. They did use the Cope on mid there, but ultimately decide to go for the A side, using the high tide to create some opportunities here, and it's working, but Team Secret, they're so clear and near already! Jeremy finds 2, Bash follows up, Jing inside the smoke, he's gonna be alone, and Bash just denies him. One more, Mind Freak finds a little bit, retaliates just a tiny bit, but not gonna be enough, and Team Secret are on a roll.
6 rounds now these guys have found for themselves, and that is big against a team like PaperX, who don't seem to be aware of the fact that ICEBOX is working in their favor with the harbor. I think it might be one small little chink in the armor.
I would say maybe I just forgo Jing playing the once they use the high tide, once they use the cascade to start pushing in and they're successful with the plant, once they exit out, right, they're not going to have the smokes up and running faster than the Viper does.
Yeah, exactly.
It's going to be like, what, 40 seconds for the high tide once again. So there's not really a lot of things that Harbor can do other than just, shooty, bang, bang. But that just means, again, that there is a lack of utility that is accessible to PaperX once you enter the early stages of the post plant. Any case, of course, I'm still curious how they try to adjust to things, but the Team Secret is definitely taking advantage of the weaknesses that the Harbor does have right now. You see the cascade placed in a little bit more farther in so that Team Secret can't really push through this. And now with all of that, even though it is a weaker buy for PaperX, the Reckoning is here, and it's giving Forsaken some time to hit shots, and maybe this is what we want to see. The Harbor with the ultimate in conjunction with Forsaken's aim.
Absolutely, works out to perfection. Jing gets another jump step, is trying to hit back, but not for too long. He can, because his teammate has fallen, and I only believe for so long he can survive. He spotted out 1. He's gonna try and take a fight, and Jing will make sure that PaperX find 2. Good round from them, but they needed a big ultimate to make that work. That Harbor Reckoning was the only way that they could have found the positioning of these players, and then they made sure that the chaos continues, because they're gonna have to sit down, aim, and fight, and they get stunned in the process. And even before they can do anything, Forsaken has 2 of them.
Yeah. The thing is, if you're not used to fighting Harbor, you're gonna freak out when the Reckoning is right underneath your feet. Like, you saw the scramble from Team Secret there. Usually other players would just stay inside.
Sure.
One just plays it bait, you get the concuss, but one just tries to dodge, and you don't get concussed, you still have aim to work with. Dubstep, ooh, did he actually get away from the Hunter's Fury?
Oh, Jing!
He does, but Jing on the contact. For the Vi trying to at least get the refrag, not gonna happen. Forsaken now just immediately ziplining back and forth. And these walls, man, these waterworks now looking much more coherent for PaperX.
Yeah, but there's still a little bit of power left on Team Secret. They're finding kills back and forth. It's a 5v3, make that a 5v2. Divine looking for more, he finds 2 himself. He's still got a lot more in the bag to work for. There is his teammate coming in from mid. The vent guy gets 1 more. Divine triples up. 1 more left, and this 5v2 looking highly possible. JC Bash, he spots him out, but he's not going to be able to get the kill. It is going to be Divide to drop down, but I think the tide has gone way too far, and PaperX put up number 3.
What a round from PaperX. Again, Divide just hitting the shots necessary. Incredible stuff. Again, I stand by what I say, that this is the game. This is the tournament where the Vi just looks so convincing right now for Paper Rex. Again, he's been convincing, you know, for a long time, but never to this point that his clutches just look absolutely fantastic. In any case, Jesse Bash, as he mentioned, did not have any time, and even if he did, like, maybe had an extra 10-15 seconds, he still had to deal with the double shock dart that was still accessible for Benkai at that point.
Again, towards a lot of attention being diverted. There's a Viper spin now, but Borkum has been shut down to 5 HP. So a bullet in the right direction could find this Viper spin almost completely useless. He's kept himself safe though, and he's making sure that he's gonna go into that Viper spin just before his intensity runs out. Mind Freak throwing in the interesting high tide towards mid. He's covered up a pretty interesting angle, and there goes the ultimate from Forsaken. Swings out, finds the kill,
what?
And this is going to be him taking advantage. Mind Freak gets another, Divide finds one as well. I thought that was a headshot as well, watching just off one stage, but Paper Rex just seemed to be running in the right direction.
Down B.
I think it was because he had just a stinger in hand, so the headshot not enough to take down Forsaken. Yeah. I think it was only
66 damage, that's all he did.
it was only Vash that has the rifle, so definitely lacking in terms of that. Speaking of which, Vash makes a bit of waves, extra couple of kills, but at the end, it seems like Paper Rex are starting to find their mettle here. So the call to go for the 2 timeouts, tactical timeouts, mind you, is starting to pay dividends here for Paper Rex as they're slowly understanding the interactions that they need to make this harbor work in their favor.
Yeah, that is true. They've slowly adapted to the playstyle of Secret, and now they're looking for a bit more in terms of attack. 6 and 4. Can they match it up?
Well, Dubs are going to try to make that happen with the operator here as he slowly creeps up. Here's the TP away from Divide, but there's a double up here. There's a cheekiness that is Paper Rex baiting audio cues and maybe putting Dubstep into a false sense of security as he tries to get that mid control. But he's aware, he's defensive, he's passive. But this is also begging the question, how much defense does Team Secret have on A as the rest of Paper Rex is looking to set their sights on it? The Blade, still though, the drone actually gets some pretty good information before it got incapacitated by the Null Blade or the KO Blade. So this is going to be very risky right now for Paper Rex, or rather, excuse me, for Team Secret, as the rest of Paper Rex are starting to push him. But there's counter utility, and it is pushing PRX to go the other way around.
Yeah, and there's Dubstep waiting for them, and he's going to get the first kill, and that's all they needed. Mind Freak drops dead, which means no high tide available, and there's already rotations going in towards B from the defense. You've got the Sova there, you've got the KO following up as well. This is going to be a difficult beat take for Paper Rex unless Jing does that. Oh, Jing finds another. The ultimate takes out the planner though. 20 seconds left, and the ultimate goes away as Team Secret will have to concede the site for a plant.
That was very quick for Envy to use the null command though. I'm not sure if he's still going to be alive with the null command as they're starting to push in, but if they get the Valley through that, that's going to be very important. The Vi is playing with them, but still gets the 1-to-1 trade in the end. Great flash altogether. Still, it's an isolated incident. Jing finds where Jeremy is, has the res, although does he have enough time? Ooh, Jing not able to incapacitate Envy here, but they need to start working on the defuse. Not even happened. Now Jing has everything in his. My goodness, Jing is going to be able to clutch this 6-5, and he gets the ace.
Wow, Jing, what a round. He started off the attack towards B. He ended the attack towards B. It wasn't the 6-man ace, but because Benkai found the 5th kill, I mean 4th kill, I believe, and Jing still finds himself an ace. Equal now to his teammate Forsaken.
That shot on Jeremy was
amazing.
Amazing indeed. He knew exactly where Jeremy was going to be situated on. And that was so stressful because, again, it looked like Jeremy should have gotten a couple of things there. All right, flash and everything. You know what? He needed to redeem himself at some point, especially with that disrespect that we saw with Jeremy in that final round. Speaking of, or in that last round, speaking of which, this is going to be the final round in the first half for both teams. Four comes on the close angle here. Devi, wow, just pure confidence from Devi.
Okay.
And he is not done. He's like, Forsaken, if you can't do it, man, I'm gonna do it for you, the entry fragging. Mind Freak just, again, blasts away at Vash.
Oh, wow.
I was about to say it's less Dubstep and Jeremy, but now it's just Jeremy. He's been spotted, he's been blinded, tries to reposition, and basically everything thrown at him but the kitchen sink, and that is going to be an equalizing round, 6-6. We are back at this neck-to-neck once more.
Well, the recoup from the side of Paper X.
We'll find out.
Of
Yeah.
course, we've got now Jing, still on Jet, who's not shown up as much as he did in the previous game. He's still taking it a little bit, you know, one round at a time kind of a thing. He found the ace, of course, you know, and that's brought him up to 11.
Yeah.
But he needs to step up a little bit more than what they've done so far.
I will say, to be fair though, both Jing and Forsaken have turned into, I'll call it like the sacrificial lamb for Paper Rex here, which has given, again, they have to play that contact because of the composition they have, because they're going to be on the attacking side. If they're going to get traded out, who's going to be there to step up? So it's Devi. So even though we aren't seeing Jing and Forsaken explode as we kind of want to see them do so, the thing is, they still have the impact because the refrag and the follow-up from Paper X is always felt, as we can see in the second portion of that first half.
True, that is true. Paper X know how to adapt well. They've learned from their mistakes, and they've learned their opponent. It's more about, okay, it's not about learning from their mistakes, I would say. It's more about learning their opponent. You know, it's like, well, I can't help but cope myself. You know, it's like being Saiyans who, you know, through the battle, they learn to counter their opponents, and they do better across the fight. You know, the more they're aggravated, the more they're, you know, beaten up, the more they fight back, the more they grow powerful. And that's kind of how I see Paper X. And let's see if they're going to be able to continue that last 4-round, you know, continuous victory into the pistol of their defense, which, by the way, needs to start off with a little bit of extra composure. They need to find the initial frag, and they need to stop Team Secret from making any sort of maneuvers, which I believe will come through from JC Vash. I think he's going to be the most important player on this attack, and he needs to be stopped as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, man. It feels like Vash is coming into his own in this series, or rather in this second game, because I was about to say as well, we didn't really feel him too much on that Pearl map, but this one in ICEBOX, he's really redeeming himself. I want to just make sure about the statistics. Oh, it was actually pretty neck and neck on Pearl as well. So this being the case on ICEBOX, it's a sort of a bit of a deja vu. Now this is also the point where Paper Rex could start, you know, building that lead once they get that pistol. So it's very crucial for Team Secret here, not only because, again, it's the round differential, it's the round score, but because of the fact that I think they can't really let the momentum be just brought in favor of PRX. That being said, though, PRX, they're nowhere near on the A side, or rather on the B side. It's gonna be A where they set their sights on.
Well, they've cleared out most of their control towards B. There's one man still towards mid, by the way, who snuck in towards tunnel, and now they get him, and that is going to be good readings from Paper X as JC Vash comes in back towards his spawn region to try and maybe find a little bit of value, maybe get a kill or two. Jing is going to challenge him, dashes straight in towards him, loses his life. It's going to be JC Vash supported, but he doesn't need it, it seems, because he's killing everybody on his own. Mind Freak still alive, finds Jeremy, looking for more, keeping them busy as Divide begins to defuse.
Hold on, they're starting to defuse, but they've stopped on it. The wall's there, 2 versus 1, but Mind Freak is so far from the situation, from the spike, that he's not going to be able to make that happen. Excuse me, it was Team Secret that was on the attacking end. Look a little bit risky as Dubstep just got smothered by Devi, but as you mentioned, Jesse Vash definitely picked it back up. Look at the kills that we saw with the classic. Swing out with the alternate, swing out with the left clicks, and that just really ruined the wraparound that Paper Rex were setting up.
7 and 6. Paper X lose the pistol. A little bit of, you know, an awkward situation on the flank there. They could have probably made it a little bit easier if maybe they've gotten that 1 kill, gone straight back towards spawn, and fought from the site. But here we are, 4-man stack, no, forgive me, 5-man stack on A. This is a good read. Will they find the value? Oh, they're pushing up. This is good. I like this. There comes the drop of triple peak, but dubstep and JC Vash hit back. Everybody from Team Secret getting a kill as one man is left to defend it all, and there's nothing he can do about it. 8 for Team Secret.
Quick and clean from there. They did lose one, but again, it wasn't enough because this time, Team Secret were prepared. They already felt that, again, Paper Rex always love to go for that close contact on either A main or B main. So they decided to just see how the round progresses, and they were absolutely right to just have just basically everybody there. You were saying how there was a 5-man stack for Paper Rex on A. There was technically almost also a 5-man stack from Team Secret there to ready themselves for the swing. Now they got themselves a very clean round, that last one, so this bonus is just gonna look much better in terms of the weapons. PRX, though, of course, will have that buy, and now Dubstep just gonna start to pave the way on the B.
Oh, okay, JC Vash does find Divide, but the plan's still looking like it's gonna go down, even though the spams are coming in from the side of the defense. It is the buy round of Paper X, by the way, which is going to be the most important in this half, because if they lose this, they're going to go 10 and 6 down. The high tide falls. Forsaken finds the kill even before Dubstep was ready for it. They go straight in for the defuse, but there's utility coming in. There's knives being thrown across both teams. Will they find success? Paper X, Forsaken, and Jing find their kills. Paper X are ready, and there comes the ultimate from the Sova. Is it going to find any value? No, it will not, because the person seeking that defuse is going to tank the damage, and he will defuse it all. Forsaken finds the final kill. Paper X with 7.
It's a bonus round, so again, not really the strongest firepower there from Team Secret, but you gotta say it already, as you mentioned, very strong, very convincing retake there from Paper Rex. Now, Team Secret will definitely have to understand, have to adjust onto things. They even used Vash's ultimate, knowing that that was the bonus, knowing that it was just a 2 versus 4 at that point. So I wonder what was going on in his head, why he wanted to pull the trigger. It was better, maybe better off utilized just to kind of use it in this particular one, now that they have the proper weapons. We'll see how that kind of unravels as Paper Rex, well, they're just one away from equalizing things. Pop flash from Forsaken as the buy tries to make use of this. And all the smokes, all the walls, excuse me, have been used on this A site for now.
Well, Ben Kai is holding onto that A side with his utility and his teammates. They've got support on A. It's a 3-man stack, but Borkum, never mind Borkum right now. It's going to be Jing who's actually called and then goes right back. Does not expect the person right next to him, but it's going to be Envy to get that kill. Too much aggression and no cover-up from anybody, and Jing loses his life. Paper X are not in their best form right now in terms of map awareness.
Well, definitely they aren't, but they are still able to adequately get trades. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be sufficient. There's the flank, there's the finale, 9-7, and Team Secret are bringing this back. This is the more convincing map that we've seen them play on, comparing it to that perk.
Absolutely. Team Secret look a lot more refreshed here, especially JC Vash, who, by the way, last map, 5 kills. Now he's on 21, forgive me.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff. As I think he and Jeremy have kind of switched up roles. You know, he's gone at the top and Jeremy's come to the bottom. Still, though, it is Secret to lead the charge.
Fun fact, did you know that Jeremy actually stayed at Vash's place as like a boot camp sort of thing when he was still pretty new? So I think Vash was imparting onto Jeremy his wisdom as a utility player. Because Jeremy before was just all about that aim. Now he's kind of half and half, right? He knows, he's been turned into a Swiss Army knife where his agent pool has gotten much better. So you can see the, I guess, the roots of where Jeremy is coming from as a more intellectual player. Any case, oh, all right, hold on. You do know that the pistols for Paper X has still got to be respected. 4 versus 5. Team Secret backing away for the moment. Do they have the post plants here as the spike starts to get defused? It's already halfway there, but Jesse Vash denies. There's still a lot more. Shock dart, no recon dart. Here comes Dubstep, and the defuse does not come through. but that was close. That was very, very close.
That was really close. I think if they would have probably held off a little bit of an off angle, diffusing that spike, maybe something would have worked out. But fortunately for them, spam comes through across every single direction. They almost got so close to defusing that spike, man. It would have happened. Dubstep was the one to unravel that situation, make it easier, stop the defuse from going down, finding number 10. And now, PaperX have that big reckoning back in their hands. How are they going to utilize it?
It's been forever since they've gotten themselves a series win over PaperX. Ooh, that's pretty nice. 4 tags on the KO blade. As I was mentioning, this has been, again, one of the longest rivalries that I've seen in APAC, and PaperX have been on top of the case, at least in the series. But the second game makes me a little bit hopeful that maybe Team Secret can get that W that they're hoping for. Any case, losing Dubstep that early though, doesn't build too much confidence. Forsaken backs away as he waits for the teammate. There is the resurrection onto Dubstep. There is the call of the null command on Envy, but it's not working. Look at just how Forsaken is so calm. Although, yeah,
up for him on the left side again. A little bit of miscommunication, it seems, I think, from the side of PaperX. As here goes Team Secret finding charge onto the B side, making it a 4v2. Have covered up for the flank as well. Benkai needs a miracle. Will he find it? No, he will not. Envy shuts him down, and the initiator duel goes in the favor of Team Secret. And it looks like Jing is going to be forced to save.
He was already spotted by Vash, so there was literally nothing that he could do. That's why you saw Vash also back away, because now they knew that Jing's going to be on the long rotate. If he wanted to push onto B-long, that still burned a lot of time and meant that for a good chunk of what happened in this round, Benkai would just be alone in a 1 versus 4. Okay, so with this, we're about 2 steps closer for pushing into a game number 3.
I mean, at this point, I might have to just believe it, that we will be heading into the final game on Ascent.
Ooh, what a shot.
Good stuff from Team Secret. Overall aim, utility, coordinated plays on point on this map of ICEBOX. They're showcasing why they chose this map, and it's in good measure. And PaperX kind of falling off the mark here in terms of covering up for their teammates in not just 1, maybe 3 or 4 rounds.
I was wondering what was damaging Forsaken there on his angle as to why he needed to push out into the open. I think he got hit by Borkum's snake bite as he was perfectly placed on his angle. Jing, oh, he wants to get closer into this. The cover, the recon dart, Jeremy! He just instinctively shot through the cloudburst as he heard the updraft. Borkum's already pushing in through mid. This is spotted out. He can't back away. He's stuck on the wall. That's not too good. They might be able to pick up the Vandal for Forsaken, which is going to be absolutely huge for PaperX right now. But Team Secret, they got themselves a chance to start pushing in. The Reckoning stuns once again. Vash, gotta be careful. This thing's last a while, and oh no! Forsaken misses the beat. Here's going to be Benkai helping, assisting with the Hunter's Fury, but it only equalizes the frags, only equalizes the kills, not really the impact just yet. The Vi, he's got something to say with things, with that tour de force of his, but his teammates are falling all around him at this point, and now we're left with Benkai.
Oh, he's got a sheriff to work with, nothing more. 1v3. Benkai's had moments of brilliance at times across his entire tournament, but this is too tall of an ask even for him. He's got a recon. Does he expect a close angle though? There's one sitting in that cubby created by the Sage. Spots one. Doesn't get another. No, he will not. Envy gets a third. Number 12 for Secret, and Ascent looks to be on the horizon.
Very much so. So many steps for PRX to take to at least get this. Could be a done deal already, just get us into Ascent already immediately. Could be not too bad of a play to do. But the 7. And actually PaperX, no big ultimates, but they're adequately equipped with the weapons. With you can see Divide back on the operator once more. Jing, this could be good, but no way. Dubstep was getting tagged, and he still somehow manages to find Jing. Thankfully, Forsaken was very quick on the refrag, but this again pulls the trigger for Team Secret. We've gotten ourselves the attention of Paper Rex on mid. Let's just go for a straight dash onto B, plant the spike, force the post, and this time Paper Rex, what do they got left in that tank to push this game even further?
Well, let's find out. 4 versus 4. Borkum's got a lineup available if at all he needs to go for it. And I believe the way that Borkum has been playing, he's gonna get something, but Divide shuts down Envy. Benkai gets Jeremy. Borkum's coming in from mid. He's going into the cove, and he will lose his life. They weren't really defusing, it was just a bait. And now here we are with JC Vash holding it all by himself and losing his life as well. Number 8 comes up for Paper X, but they're still pretty much away from even getting close to overtime.
Huge shots from Divide to come through there. Again, this game for Paper Rex, Divide has been the ultimate savior, I think, in these very crucial rounds. So with him performing like this, there is still definitely a possibility to maybe hit the overtime here for PRX. Of course, Team Secret, with all of the rounds that they've won, look at how much economy they got. So they can really, what's the word here, challenge Paper Rex each and every turn, and Paper Rex will have to weather the storm 2 to 3 rounds in a row before I think they break Team Secret's economy.
Paper X are going to be heading into a heavy B attack here. The wall comes up, and so does the drone. They spot out Forsaken. He's going to get away from there. He does have support in the form of Mind Freak right below him. That's it. Jing towards mid, holding down Tube. Are Team Secret looking to commit to this B site, or is this just a fake?
Well, regardless of which, Vash actually picked up the orb. Now he has his own Hunter's Fury. This is where it gets a little bit alarming for Paper Rex because, ooh, that spotted nobody. Although Vash did use the recon dart, gets broken. Now they know. Yellow is secured. Jeremy, oh, it's gonna be risky. He needs to plant this before the wall gets broken. Actually still is able to do so. And this is really a very ideal situation for Team Secret. Forsaken though, he's got some lineups. And he'll see with the rest of Paper Rex as they come in swinging for that retake.
Well, they're going for it. Mind Freak gets one, dumps them to trade back, and it's Secret! They're getting everything done! 12 to 8, looks like 13 to 8 coming their way. Mind Freak down to 8 HP, make that 0 as Secret will take us to Ascent!
The first game 3 that we have in the semifinals, and Secret with a convincing win in game number 2. You'd think that they might falter on ICEBOX. Again, we mentioned this, that this is maps that this is a map that both teams can really perform in.
Absolutely.
And it seems like Team Secret have brought their A game here. Paper Rex just did not know what to do. Maybe it's because of the harbor, maybe it's because Team Secret are just good, maybe it's a combination of both, but in either case, we are still going into map